Hello, today we're going to be taking some real earthquake data and mapping it in Google Earth to see if we can pick up any patterns on where the earthquakes are located. Maybe they're clumped together in some interesting way, or maybe they're just scattered around the globe randomly. We're also going to look to see if there's any pattern to the magnitude or the strength of the earthquake, and we'll talk more about what magnitude means later this week or next. And we'll also look at if there's any pattern to the depth those earthquakes occur. Not all earthquakes happen at the same depth. So I have assembled and put on Google Classroom a document here for you of the earthquakes that have happened over the last week. There are a lot. There are 117 earthquakes of magnitude 4.5 or greater that have occurred in the last week. 117, that's a lot. You're going to need to map all of them, which means you'll need some help and it'll take a little bit of time. Here's how you can simplify things. Divide up the task with your friends, and then once you've settled on what you need to map, select the latitude and longitude of whichever earthquake you're going to map, and copy it, and then paste it into the search bar here in Google Earth, and hit enter. And now Google Earth will fly over to wherever that earthquake happened. And here's how you need to keep this earthquake. So on this little drop-down button right here, save it to My Places. So now that will always show up as a location for you. The other thing I'd like for you to do is get info. So right-click and then get info on that saved place, and type in the magnitude here. So the magnitude on this one, if I recall, was 4.8. So type in the magnitude right there, and then select a pin. I would recommend yellow pins for magnitudes that start with a 4. So 4 to 4.9. And make the scale on these a 2. That way they'll be big enough to be seen when you're sailing around the globe looking for pins. Any big yellow pin will mean it's a 4.0 through a 4.9 earthquake. And save it. And then say OK, and you are ready for the next data point to plot. Once you're done with that, as long as you're saving all of these to your places, it'll be possible for you and anyone else you're working with to share the file together and make one big file that you all have. So each of you have all 117 earthquakes.